Hello Taurus and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. It's interesting when I switched on the camera, Taurus, and I never know whether to say these specific things or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I saw it was just literally repeating in my mind's eye. And it was the letters M for mother, S for sugar, and E for echo. I don't know if that means anything to people, but could be part of the reading. Let's see what we have here. We have dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your spirit guides are sending messages through your dreams. Can also be for me as a reader, hopes, dreams and wishes. We have overthinking, triggered, mental prison. And we have priority, family, provider, make the effort. Let's see what we have with that. What do we have for Taurus? Let's pull you an angel card. Message for Taurus. We've got acknowledgement. Look after yourself by acknowledging your desires and needs and taking steps to meet them. Examine and note your gifts, talents, and achievements. When you accept all aspects of yourself, you feel centered and confident. Then you can genuinely acknowledge others. Become aware of and nurture the good qualities of the people in your life so they can feel relaxed and happy in your presence. Angel wisdom reminds you to recognize who you truly are, an evolved spirit in a human body. When you acknowledge your spiritual dimensions, you will align with your true self and your spirit will soar. The affirmation for the week: I acknowledge who I truly am. Let's see what we have for you, Taurus. What do we have for the week for Taurus? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides. What does Taurus need to hear? What does Taurus need to hear? Thank you for the week. Message for Taurus for the week. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Five of Cups and I was going to say the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups, but clearly there's Five Cups. I'm getting some strange indications for you, Taurus. We have your major arcana, the Hierophant card of Taurus. Also Venus in Taurus, we have the Empress. We have Temperance, Ace of Cups, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Tower, and the Lovers. There is an opportunity here. This person is the King of Cups, King of Wands can be go-getting, driven, charismatic, exciting, natural leader. This feels quite a confident person. They know what they want. They go for it. They're very determined energy, but very exciting, charismatic individual here, male or female. This is, they want to move on. They want to move on from some kind of issue here. They want to put some kind of regret behind them and move on from it. Sometimes, it feels a little bit ego-driven here, because there's just a feeling here that something's happened. And this just feels like, well, can we just move on from it now? Can we just put that behind us? Can we just move on from it now? I mean, that kind of energy might be triggering you in some way. The Ace of Cups with the Hierophant, it can be to do with having faith. We can talk to a spiritual mentor or teacher, or a person who spirit works through to give us advice and guidance with the Hierophant as well, in terms of whether to accept the Ace of Cups, start over with this person, embrace renewal. Hierophant can also be about marriage, long-term committed relationships, marriage. Page of Wands, it's come out more. Yeah, it just feels like you don't know whether it's a non-starter or not, I think somebody regretted that they were reckless, that they didn't consider what they had or didn't see what they had, and they acted in a reckless manner. This is what this person regrets, but can we move on from it? Can we move on? Can we just put it behind us and move on from it? Let's pull a card for that King of Wands. What is this King of Wands all about? Male or female? I've got the King of Wands again. Really very confident individual. Very driven. I don't know if this person's trying to bulldoze the situation here. I don't think they're going to. I mean, your presence is all stamped all over this reading here, Taurus. We've got the Empress, the Venus in Taurus. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus in your major arcana. I mean, you're all over this, This is about putting time and energy into working hard to start over with you, treat you as you deserve, build back up in some way. I'll put the time and energy into this. I mean, ultimately you decide what you want to do here. The Empress is all about self-love. She really doesn't accept anything less than fulfillment, really real kind of sense of abundance with the Empress energy. Nothing less than that would do for the Empress. I think somebody acted in a reckless manner and they're wanting to start over with you here, Taurus. But it's also, well, can we just move on from it now? It might well be that you've forgiven this person before. In a relationship, you might be a mother. This can be a mother or dealing with a mother. Could be a child with the Page of Wands, so this could be relationship, one person wanting to move on from an issue, but you might not necessarily, you might say, no, they have to put the work and effort into this. If this was to do with a child, and you were having some disagreement, there's regret here, and you're dealing with somebody who wants to move on from an issue, but they acted reckless. They could have even acted reckless with money. You might be saying, no, we need to come to some decision where they have to work for their money. They have to know the value and appreciation of hard work and getting their own money rather than being, again, the bank of mum and dad. I mean, that would be the energy here too. I see that situation happening here too. I see someone is going to act reckless or whatever life stage that you're at here, but this is the renewal, or the emotional renewal, after reckless action in some way, and a person wanting to move on from it. Could be trying to be divisive as well if it's a relationship, a child in a relationship. The child could be divisive as well, trying to play you off against each other. We have the moon energy, a lack of clarity, uncertainty. In a relationship, you're uncertain that what this person is saying is going to be any different moving forward. Whether it's worth your time putting effort and energy into something here. Could have happened before. This is someone's reckless action. For others of you, there's a level of uncertainty or doubt in terms of how a person wants to deal with a child. Again, the lovers can be a relationship, a choice between two people, but it could well be how you deal with a child as well. It's likely in that respect you're wanting to teach a child the value of money, to stop them being so reckless with money. You might have been very giving, very generous with the child, but now you're wanting to likely teach them some kind of lesson. Let's pull a card for the Tower. Change. Tearing down of the old. Conflict. 5 of Wands conflict. Either about the relationship itself, like I said, or in another area of life, likely a child. I think it's in terms of how you deal with and address this. The Chariot, in terms of a relationship, this can be, you don't know if you can overcome the issues between you because it's happened before and it's a fundamental issue that's gone round and round and round, and you just don't know whether to let it all fall down. That would be the energy here. I think that reconciliation is asked of you and there's going to be a choice in terms of how you move forward ultimately. But I think that somebody has to almost prove to you, again, if it's to do with a relationship, that things are going to be different this time. You could also see this in terms of a business relationship as well here, Taurus, if that's the case. We do have the Pentacles energy here. So I feel that there's a level of work to be done, or proof of the pudding is in the eating, so to speak. And someone is going to have to do a very good job of demonstrating that this kind of reckless behavior or spontaneous behavior or impulsive behavior is not going to be repeated. Or you let it all fall down. I mean, you're at some kind of crossroads here. And it's like this person has to allay your doubts. There is likely you have to be, this person has to be prove. I think that you're wanting some kind of proof. Proof of the pudding is in the eating. And it's not that simple as in terms of welcoming somebody back and just saying, oh yeah, that's fine, let's move on from the issue. I don't think that's going to be the case this time. For those of you, you're disagreeing in terms of how you move forward and likely need to agree that something has to significantly change in how you deal with a child. I mean, there's the level here, but this would be significant major change, major overhaul in terms of how you deal with a child. For a lot of you, it might well be that you've supported them. I mean, it feels like money areas. You might have supported this maybe you gave them too much leeway, whatever that scenario is, there is that sense here of needing to find some kind of common ground to agree how to deal with a child and bring in some significant change. For a lot of you, it's about teaching the child the importance of money and earning their own money and not being the bank of mum and dad. I mean, that's what I'm getting here. I think something's going to come to light this week here, Taurus, where you're dealing with this issue. And then it's about I feel that you're wanting to get on the same page and find some kind of middle ground in how you deal with an issue likely to do with a child here. It could also reckless behaviour in other areas of life, you know, where you're taking a child in hand and saying, no, we have to put our foot down. Now, that could be anything. That could be, you know, reckless driving. Let's be honest. That could be to do with, could be whatever that scenario would be. If you can dream it, you can do it. Here's your message for the week. Doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, fulfilling dreams is easy, but if we set our intention on it, then it's always achievable in the end if we're dedicated to making it happen. All right, Taurus. We have purity. Always trust the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. Taurus, that's what I have for you for the week ahead. I hope you enjoyed your reading, maybe found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful week. I will see you next time.